Hello students, welcome back. So in the last class we have discussed about some introduction of operating system. There we have studied definition, okay, and what is the need of that operating system and some goals of the operating system, and also I have mentioned the services of operating system. So these are the services which I have mentioned earlier class, that is program execution, input output operations, file system manipulation, communication, error detection, resource allocation and protection. These are very important, you have to remember these. Once again I repeat: program execution, IO operation, file system manipulation, communication, error detection, resource allocation and protection. So today we will discuss all these one by one. What is program execution and how it will be, all these things we will discuss now. Okay. So now program execution, operating system does or operating system provides the service for program execution. What it means? It means that you have to be very strict to the definition of the operating system, which is the interface between user and the computer hardware. So any program if you want to execute, say for example program execution in the sense, if you wanted to open any application programs like MS Word, so to open that MS Word, this operating system provides that service to execute that particular program. Here program in the sense any of the application, okay. Programs not like hash include studio.h that find the Fibonacci series like that. That is also program. Program in the sense any application software if you wanted to open or if you wanted to use it, so that operating system should provide that service, that is known as a program execution. Right now I have been opened that MS PowerPoint presentation. This is also a program. So this is executing right now. Say for example if I am taking insert, so any shapes if I have taken, say I am taking circle, if I drawn here circle, circle will be drawn, am I right? So how this is done? So this is nothing but I am using Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, that is a program. So now it is executing. So this execution is a service of operating system, okay, fine. Now you can see here operating system handle many kind of activities from user programs to system programs like a printer spooler, that is also a program execution. Printer spooler in the sense if you are giving many printouts, say for example 10 page, if you are giving 10 are different pages, so one by one the printing page will be available at the printer side. So before it is giving the printer printing pages, so those will be stored in the queue section, that is known as printer spooler, okay. So spooler in the sense there is a queue, so accordingly the first come first serve, that queue will be gone further, so that is known as the printer spooler, okay. File servers, name servers and etc. Each of these activities is encapsulated as a process. So it in the sense every activity in the operating system we call it as a process, that's all. It is very simple, okay. Then what process means? A process may include the complete execution context. It means that whatever the operations we can perform on any software or any of the program, that is also known as a process. That process include that complete execution, okay. So it may include that whatever the codes to execute, whatever the data you can store. Say for example MS Word is there, there you are doing, if you write something into the MS Word and you will save it, after that that data whatever you have typed, that will be stored on the Microsoft Word as a document. So that is a data, okay. Code to execute in the sense if you double click that will be open, behind there is a code, okay. And registers, operating system resources in use. Resources in the sense our processor will be already started, some resources like memory will be used, those resources can be used. These services should be provided by the operating system. Some major activities of an operating system which I have mentioned here, like program management, loads a program into memory. These are the very important concepts right here for program execution. What it does, operating system loads the program into the memory first. Memory in the sense RAM right here. Right now you have to consider memory as a RAM, okay. So now here what operating system does, operating system loads the program into memory first. Here main memory I have taken, that is the RAM. After that, once the loading is done, it will execute the program which is already loaded in the main memory. Okay. So, now if the execution is started, it will handles the program execution, in the sense while by default also it will stop the execution or that particular time, or user may stop the executing the programs, or user may open two more programs at the same time, that is known as the handling of the program execution. Okay. And operating system provides a mechanism for process synchronization. Process synchronization in the sense, if at a time two or more programs are executing, let us understand this concept now. If at the same time two or more processes are started execution, at a time the two programs require the same memory. Let us say memory concept, the same memory two programs are trying to access, but at that time, that is which process can acquire the memory first and which at the last. So, if both are trying to access the same memory, both cannot be able to execute or both cannot be able to acquire that memory. So, that time we have to make proper way, first which process has to accommodate a memory and later which process has to accommodate, that we have to make, that is known as, we have to synchronize the process accordingly. So, that process is known as process synchronization. Okay. And operating system provides a mechanism for process communication. Process communication in the sense, if two processes are running on a same computer, those may also communicate with each other, or sometimes you may take distributed operating system. Distributed operating system in the sense, OS is running on different computers which are there in the different position of the world. So, they may have to communicate with each other. So, that is known as a communication. Okay. Provides a mechanism for a deadlock handling. Here deadlock, these will concept will come later. So, you will understand it later, but little bit I will tell you. Deadlock in the sense, some 3 or more programs are started executing, and those 3 wanted some memory, okay, or some resource or any resource, but that resource is already allocated for the other process. If I say process in the sense that you consider it as a program now. Okay. 2 or more processes are started executing and some process required memory, but that memory is memory or any resource is already allocated for other process, but these process must wanted to get access to that particular resource only, but these are waiting for that resource, but that resource is already waiting for other. So, this process is known deadlock. Okay. If I take general example, if you have seen two-way lane, for example, if this is a lane, okay, say one more I will take, say for example this is a road now. Okay. Now, somebody is coming from this direction, let us say I will draw, this is only single way lane, you take the example like that. Okay. Single way, it means only one vehicle can travel with this road. Say I will draw a vehicle like this. Okay. Here only one vehicle can travel at a particular time. Fine. So, this is the way vehicle is coming. Okay. Up to this road it will came. At the same time, another vehicle is coming from the other direction. Okay. If both are coming here, this vehicle rider don't want to get back, okay, and he also don't want to go back. But if these people are not going back, then which vehicle has to move? Nobody can go, right? So, this situation you can call it as a deadlock right here. So, here also in the computer system, operating system must provide the mechanism for deadlock handling. This should not be the case for the processes or programs. Okay. Everyone should get the resources. So, that is known as a deadlock prevention, or you can call it as a provides a mechanism for deadlock handling. Okay. And the next service is IO operation. IO operation in the sense input output operation. Here input output operation in the sense some processes may require input devices like a mouse, keyboard, scanner or anything, and also it will provide the output. So, an IO system comprises of IO devices and their corresponding driver software. Here if I am using mouse right now, so there already been installed driver is there for a input output operation. Because of that driver only you are seeing the output on the monitor and I am using the mouse as a input. So, this is done with the input output drivers are there. There must be a proper or specific hardware drivers for using any input output operation that is provided by the operating system. Without those drivers you cannot use any input any output drivers or any input any output devices. An operating system manages the communication between user and device drivers. It means that, say for example, right now I am the user, okay. Here I am using the operating system called as a Windows, that is providing me a communication between me and the devices. Device in the sense, here I am using some sound driver, audio driver, video driver, and I am doing the video with this PowerPoint presentation. That video is done with the help of that device driver will be there, okay. And input output operation means read or write operation. Here read or write operation in the sense, if you are opening any file which is already been saved, if you are opening that file, that is known as reading. Now if you are writing anything into that file and you are saving, that is known as write operation, okay. That must be provided by the operating system. Operating system provides the access to required input output device when it is required, okay. Say for example, sometimes if you open any game, so it will say click any button or click on start. To click on start you have to use mouse. So, mouse is the input device. So, this has to be provided by the operating system. Operating system must say to us that use any input output device when it is required. Without once you have started, if you want to resume that, so you will go on using mouse and you will click on the pause button, okay. You want to pause now, okay. But when you wanted to pause, that time if you don't have any options like that to pause the program execution, no, that should be provided by the operating system, okay. And the next one is file system manipulation. File in the sense any file, it may be a Word file, Power presentation, executable files, non-executable files, binary files or any kind may be the file. That manipulation should be provided by the operating system. File manipulation in the sense, you may write to the file or you may read the file, you may delete, you may update, whatever may be the operation can be performed on this file, that is known as a manipulation. So, file manipulation should be service that is provided by the operating system. A file representation, collection of related information, that you know. Computers can store files on a disk, that is secondary storage. We usually call it as hard disk for long term storage purpose. So, examples of the storage media include magnetic tapes, that you know, magnetic disk, we call it as hard disk also, disk drivers like CD, DVD. These all are the secondary storage devices. Now, from the computer we are going to store our data into the secondary storage devices like CD and DVD, that should be provided by the operating system. What I am saying is, if I want to store any data to any secondary storage devices through operating system, I can store right now, that is already we have the facility. So, this is also one of the service of the operating system called as file system manipulation. Fine. File system is normally organized into directories for easy navigation and usage. You know, local disk C, local disk D, like that, those are called as the directories, or within that also you may create the folders. These directories may contain files and other directions, that you know. It means that simply if you want to store, if you want to delete, if you want to update, if you want to see any system or any files which are saved in the secondary storage devices, through operating system only we are using right now. So, this is also one of the service of operating system. Now, the next okay. Again, other file manipulations are like program needs to read or write a file. This I have already been explained. So you can write any content to the file, or you can read from the file through the operating system. The operating system gives the permission to the program for operation on a file. Operation on a file, in the sense, again those are the operations to delete, to open, to store, to update, or anything. Permission here refers to read permission and write permission will be there. If it is a read permission, means user can only read the data from the file, they cannot write anything to the file. So that also we have to specify from the operating system itself. So this is also service of the operating system. Okay, various, see, permission varies from read only, read write, denied, and so on. It means that if it is a read only, you can only read. If it is write only you can write. Read and write, in the sense you can also read and you can also write. Denied means you cannot open. So these kind of operation may have to provided by the operating system. Operating system provides an interface to the user, create, delete files. I have told that you can create, delete anything. Operating system provides an interface to the user to create, delete directories. Directories, in the sense, say for example, I have created second sem computer science one folder, that is created by the user. The same folder can be deleted from the user also. So that is also one of the service. Operating system provides an interface to create a backup of a files. You can create a backup of a file. Once it is deleted also, you can get it back. Okay, these are also a service of the operating system. This will comes under file system manipulation. Okay. One more important service of the operating system is communication. Here communication refers to the processes need to communicate with each other to exchange information. If there are two programs are running, but one program wants to get the data from the other program, it means that those both have to communicate with each other. That is known as a communication. It may be process running on a same computer or a different computer. It means two processes are started executing at a time, but both may have to communicate with each other. Means some of the data is stored in the one program, some data stored in the other program, but second program want to execute, it has to use some data from the first program. It means that both have to communicate with each other. That communication should be provided by the operating system. They may be in a single computer or in a different computer. The operating system provides these services to application programs, making inter-process communication. Inter-process communication, in the sense, processes are communicating with each other. Okay. If two programs are started running execution, those two can communicate with each other. That is known as inter-process communication. Okay, this is the service of the operating system. And operating system must handle the error. That is also service of the operating system. So that is error handling. If any error occurs, that operating system must specify this is the error is there, you should not do that like that. So that is known as error handling. Here error can occur anytime and anywhere. An error may occur in CPU, or it may occur in a IO device, input output device, or in the memory hardware. Say one error I will tell, your memory is full now, you have 128 GB, already 128 GB is full, but still now you wanted to store data into that memory. What it will show? It will show on message memory is full. This memory is full is showing as a text, you can see onto the screen. So this is known as a interfacing. You are seeing by the message only, you are understanding that okay, memory is already full, I cannot store and I have to delete some files and I can store it later. So this is also an error. You may ask, sir, that is not an error. No, that is also an error also, because there is no space to store, but still you are storing. That is one of the example of error handling. So following are major activities of an operating system. Here it is there. The OS constantly checks the possible errors. By the operating system it started, okay, always it has to check is there any errors of the any program which are already been started execution. Okay, and the OS takes an appropriate action to ensure correct and consistent computing. Appropriate action in the sense, if there is error, it has to notice and it has to tell to the user there is error and you have to correct it, and the steps to correct it. That is concept is known as error handling. And the next one is resource management. Here resource in the sense, resources may anything, like it may be a processor, it may be memory, or it may be any devices which are connected to the computer. Those are all our resources. And how to use these resources? Usually we call resource in the context of CPU. In case of multi-user or multitasking environment, resources such as main memory, that is RAM, okay, CPU cycles, okay, and file storage, that is a memory, are to be allocated to each user job. Okay. If two processes are executing, both may have to be execute, both may want memory, and we operating system must provide memory to the both processes. Okay. So, these are the resource, and these has to be managed by the OS, okay, that is known as the resource management. The OS manages all kinds of resources using schedulers. Schedulers will come later, like first come first serve scheduling, algorithms also there, like job scheduler is there, small scheduler is there, long term scheduler is there, short term scheduler is there, middle scheduler is there. That schedulers we will discuss in the later class, but that schedulers must be managed by the operating system. Okay. CPU scheduling algorithms are used for better utilization of the CPU. This CPU scheduling algorithm will come later, like FCFS is there, FCFS, SJF, SJRF, round robin, like that many scheduling algorithm will be there. We will discuss those scheduling algorithm in the later classes. Okay. And last important service of the operating system is the protection. Your data must be secured in your system, and that protection should be provided by the operating system. So, let us consider a computer system having a multiple user, okay, 2 or more users are using the same computer, and concurrent execution of a multiple process, means at the same time 2 or more processors started execution. The various processes must be protected from each other, should not hack with the other process, or the data should not be shared with the other process. So, protection refers to mechanism or a way to control the access of a programs, processes, or users to the resources defined by a computer system. It means any process which is having some data and it is stored in somewhere on the secondary memory, the other process should not steal that data, and that should be protected. Okay. The OS ensure that all access to system resources is controlled, and the user should, like we have the password system right now. Without a password you cannot open the system. That means I have encrypted that. So, this protection should be the service of the operating system. The OS ensures that external input output devices are protected from individual access attempts. Okay. It means that others user cannot get the access to our operating system with the other devices. That is very simple. The operating system provides authentication features for each user by means of password, that I have already explained. This is known as a protection. These are the services of the operating system. And for you the questions are, for today's questions, okay, write and explain OS services. Okay, this is your question, and you have to submit it to me. Okay, thank you.